Okay, student, morning. So today I'm with a video from the same topic, measurement for class 7. So yesterday in the video some technical problem was there. So I think there was little bit problem in comparing the notes for the class 7 measurement topic. Yesterday I was discussing about area and volume. So today I'm giving you the screen record that will help you to prepare the note. You can note down the definition, different things easily. And the students from class 7, they are not using, that means attendance is poor till now. So for few days, for 2 3 days more, I'll revise the same chapter. Those who have already seen, okay, once again see that if you have any confusion. And why I'm doing that, that is because many new students are logging, and they are missing the topics. So after 2 3 days, next chapter we'll discuss, that is on measurement. So measurement, we have discussed what is measurement. That is the process of comparing unknown quantity with the known quantity. Okay, and that process is called measurement. After that, talking about the quantity, we have also discussed about the different types. That is two types of quantity, that is physical quantity and non-physical quantity. The quantity which can be measured, that means which can be measured, we can measure that, that is called physical quantity. Some of the example, that is length, mass and time. Non-physical quantity, the quantity which cannot be measured, so they are called non-physical quantity. After that, we have also discussed about the physical quantity. That means different types of physical quantity. There are two types of physical quantity, that is fundamental quantity and derived quantity. Fundamental quantity means the quantity which have its own value, that does not depend upon other quantity. For example, length, mass and time, they have their own value, they does not depend upon other. So these kinds of quantity is called fundamental quantity. It does not have any relation with other, that means this quantity does not have any relation. For example, we cannot say exactly 1 meter equals to 1 kg or 2 kg, that means there is no relation between length and mass. So those kind of quantity is called fundamental quantity. In the same way, derived quantity, the quantity which depends upon fundamental quantity, that means which depends upon other quantity, they are called derived quantity, like force, speed, pressure. It has relation with the fundamental quantity. To make you clear, there is one example, speed equals to distance traveled by time taken. So speed has relation with the length and the time, which are fundamental quantity. So derived quantity, the quantity which depends upon fundamental quantity. Next unit, the measure by which we compare other quantity, they are called fundamental quantity. The measure by which we compare other quantity, they are called fundamental quantity. For example, 5 kg, 9 meter, 20 second. Okay, they are the units. Types of units, as there are two types of quantity, that is physical, that is fundamental quantity and derived quantity. There are two types of unit, that is fundamental unit and derived unit. The unit of fundamental quantity, that is called fundamental unit, and the unit of derived quantity, that is called derived unit. Fundamental unit does not depends upon other, they have its own value, like meter, second, kg. But derived unit, they have relation with the other, they depend upon other. Some of the example, they are meter, second, Newton, Pascal. And also I have given the homework. So the student who is those who are new for the online classes, okay, pause the video and you can copy the homework. Next, on the day 2, we have also discussed about the system of measurement, that is MKS, FPS and CGS. I don't think that is the new topic for you. Why? Because in class 6 also we have discussed about the MKS, CGS and FPS. So you can see the definition and I think you can understand that. Next, we have also completed about the length. What is length? That is the distance between any 2 points, that is length. The unit of length, the unit used to measure length are meter, centimeter, decimeter, kilometer. Okay, some are bigger units. Some are smaller unit like kilometer, they are the bigger unit of length. Centimeter, they are the smaller unit of length. Okay, but the SI unit of length is meter. And to measure the length, we use different devices like measuring tape. And between different units, there is the relation. So, and it is also very important. You should understand that relation between different units of length. That is, 1000 meter equals to 1 kilometer. 1 meter equals to 100 centimeter. 1 centimeter equals to 10 millimeter. 1000 millimeter equals to 1 meter, and it is used to convert. Okay, you should understand this, you should learn this. Why? Because it will help you to convert from one unit to another. Okay, how we will convert that? That means there is the simple way for the converting. For converting from bigger units to smaller, we will multiply, and for converting from smaller unit to bigger, we'll divide. So in the example also there is 5 kilometer into meter, that means bigger to smaller, into 1000. 120 centimeter into meter, that means centimeter is smaller to meter bigger, divided by 100. Next, mass. The amount of matter contained in a body is called mass. The unit of mass are kilogram, gram, ton, quintal, and the SI unit of mass is kg. In the same way, there are different units to measure the mass. Okay, so mass, that is the amount of matter contained in a body, that is called mass, and there are different devices by which we can measure the mass. And in the same, like in the length, for the mass also there is the relation between different units, and in the same way we can convert that. That means keep in mind, from bigger units to smaller we'll multiply, from smaller to bigger we'll divide. And next, about the time, the interval between any two events, that is called time. To measure the time also there are different units, but the SI unit of time is second, and we use different kinds of watch to measure the time. And there is also relation between the different units of time that will help you in the converting, and converting is also the same for the length, mass and time, but you should understand the relation. And I have also given some of the work. You can pause and do the work exercise, like in the class 6 when there was the class, I used to tell you prepare the exercise with neat and clean handwriting with two color, one for question, next for answer. And previous third day class I have discussed about the area. That means area means total surface occupied by a body, that is called area, and the SI unit of area is meter square. There are different formula to calculate the area, and the simple formula, that is L into B. L length and B breadth. Next, volume, that is the total space occupied by a body, that is called volume, and the unit of volume is meter cube. That means length, volume equals to length into breadth into height, and the unit for length is also meter, breadth also meter, and height also meter. So the unit for volume is meter cube. Yesterday also we have discussed about the different object, that is regular and irregular object. The object which have fixed shape and size is called regular object, and the object which shape can be measured easily, the object have fixed geometrical shapes. But irregular object, they does not have fixed shape and size. So the object which does not have fixed shape and size is called irregular object. They cannot be measured easily. Okay, so two types of objects are there, regular object and irregular object. Regular object has fixed shape and size, but irregular object, they does not have fixed shape and size. Like in the figure you can see stone, it does not have fixed geometrical shape. Those kind of object is called irregular object. And yesterday class I have taught you this, but that I am revising. Why? Because many students, they are logging, okay, they are taking the class from today, and also inform your friends about the online classes. Why? Because from next time I will not go on revising the topic. We will discuss for the next chapter, next topic. and yesterday the video little error was there, so I am repeating the same thing. So method of measuring area and volume, there are different mathematical formula for a regular object. For the cube, cuboid, cylinder, different formula we can use to measure. Some of the formula you can see on the screen, and the same you can learn in math also in the mensuration. So that is for regular object. But what about irregular object? Irregular object, they does not have any mathematical formula. So about that we will discuss in the next class, and that this is the some of the work for you to do. So inform your friends about the online classes and continue watching every day. So tomorrow I'll come with the next video. I'll teach you how to measure the area and volume of irregular object. Okay students, thank you.